of Restoration Masterclass, we're going to talk about restoration rescue. A restoration is a relationship between a builder and a dreamer. So the dreamer finds a builder that they believe can make their dream come to happen. But sometimes what happens in this business, the dream turns into a nightmare. And so you can find yourself in a nightmarish situation. The builder can be in a nightmare, or the client can be in a nightmare, because when you're building an automotive restoration, it's really a collaboration. It's a collaboration between the car owner and the builder, and you come together and you build an amazing car. But if you find yourself in a bad marriage, you find yourself in a bad build relationship, and you can't get out of that relationship, or you can't go forward in that relationship, I should say, then you may want to try to figure out an exit plan. How do I get out of this? How do I go from where I am to where I need to be? Now, I won't get into in this part why relationships fail and why you may need another builder. I don't want to get into that part. But what do you do when you find yourself on your second shop? Oftentimes when we're building cars, I'm the second shop. Now, that doesn't mean I'm better than the first shop. A lot of guys do that. Oh, I'm better than, they couldn't do it, I did it. No, it doesn't mean that. It means that relationship came to an end, and then you become the second shop. There's a vehicle today we're going to look at. It's the 1970 Wolf family SuperBee, and what happens is we're the second shop. Somebody else started this process. It's in a rescue mode. Car needs to be saved. It's our job to get the car going again, to get it out of this spot, to get it out of this condition, so that the client's dream can go from a nightmare into the reality of the dream he or she or the entire family has been thinking about for decades. 1970 SuperBee headed home. We're excited about it. Hey, this is a restoration rescue. It was in the middle of the ocean hollering, help, help, get me out of this spot. So the car comes in, the Wolf family comes in. We say, you know what, we're going to help you out. We're going to see if we can't get you out of this hole. We're going to see if we can't get you out of this spot. And our objective when we're rescuing a car, I want to make it to step 20 or 21. I just got to get there. If I can get to 25, that is exciting. That's where you've gone throughout our steps, throughout our process. We've tested the car, we've done full road testing, we're excited about it, we give you the keys and we say, you know what, you got you something bad. But sometimes we can't get there. And so this car comes in somewhere around step 10 or 11. But look at it, isn't it absolutely beautiful now? Look at it, it is running, it is driving, it is semi-operational, the interior is in place, the engine is set, the bottom side of the car is done. Tires and wheels are on, the exhaust is talking a little bit, and it's exciting when you understand, just like life, when you can appreciate where you are when you understand where you come from. And so when you measure that, where I started and where I am, that to me, that's success. It's not so much about where you are. You may be at the top, but maybe you started at the top. But when you've come from the bottom, the miry clay, you find yourself on the hilltop. What a journey. Step 25 is the goal. But when you're doing a restoration rescue, it's all about getting the car to a safe spot, getting the car to a healthy place. Think about it. When I'm buying a car, or you're buying a classic car, and you call somebody on the phone, they say, oh, I got a $200,000 car, whatever the case may be. I got a $2,000 car. The first question that most people ask is what? Does it run? If your car's in pieces, the doors are not on, the seats are not in, the dash is not in, the engine is not in, the transmission is not in, the bottom side is not in, that's not a valuable commodity to most people. And so the value in your car is you want to keep it together. When I'm doing a partial restoration or rescue, if I'm doing a partial, I try to keep the car running as long as I can. I don't want to pull that engine out, because the value of your car is when you turn the key and your car runs, your car starts. That's the value, that's the benefit. So if I'm doing a restoration rescue, I want to at least get it through paint. I want to get it where the interior is in. I want to get it where it looks like a full car, and I want to get it where it's at least semi-operational. Because if you can do that, the value of your project will be retained, and the money that you thought maybe you lost, the money you had tied up when you had a bad situation with another shop and it's in need of help. I'm in the middle of the ocean. Get me out of here. Help. And so when you do your SOS call, City Classic Cars comes in like we did on this 1970 SuperBee. It's a gorgeous car that had a magnificent vision, and the dream is always the client's. The client is the one who's responsible for the dream. It's our job to decipher that dream, to decode that dream, to put it in an automotive parlance or language that we can all understand, and to get it done. And what you see on this SuperBee is just that. And that's what we did here with this 1970 SuperBee, that we are excited to get it to a healthy stopping point for the client. It's kind of like being in a hospital and you're sick and you have all kinds of things raging in your body, and what the doctors want to do, they want to stabilize you. They want to get you under control. They want to get a baseline, get everything true, and then once they get everything stabilized, then you can go home and finish the healing process. Hey, you came in all shattered, all rough, all kind of ugly, but you leave here, Mr. SuperBee, looking shiny, with your custom paint job, with your engine talking, them pipes talking trash. You looking all good, Mr. SuperBee. Now you're about to hit the highways in just a little bit. We enjoyed your time with us. I see now you're headed on home.